in the MAC, honestly, it did not take me very long at all. And look, forgive me, I'll be honest, I didn't look at every single MAC team, but when I came across the Ohio Bobcats schedule, I said to myself, there is no way in hell that there is a tougher MAC schedule than what Ohio has to bring over there to Athens. It is brutal. And by the way, they are going to be good. Like, this is a good team. So we'll see how many of these, if any, of these big time out of conference games they can steal. But look, and I'm sure in the comment section though, I'm sure there's other tough schedules in the MAC. Would love to hear those in the comment section. But we'll talk about this one: Rutgers, West Virginia, Ohio State in your out of conference. Okay, sure, you don't pull Toledo in your in conference, all right, but you don't get Kent State, which is by far the worst team in the MAC, and it's not even close, right? Yeah, this is going to be tough. A tough schedule. In terms of high upside wins, if I was to pick today, I'm probably taking Ohio to win the MAC. I'm probably not going to take it at plus 280 or whatever it is. Maybe not enough value for me right there, but this is a pretty darn good team, but with a pretty darn tough schedule. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Ohio Bobcats alum or student?
Yeah, but we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it is brutal. I mean, I just think those first 3 weeks, it's going to take a toll on this team. We'll see how well they are playing once Maction hits the road there in November after playing a lot of physical games, a lot of physical opponents. And by the way, one of your gifts in terms of West Virginia coming to play you in Athens there in the out of conference, you could throw a rock from Athens and hit West Virginia. Like, it's not that far away. Morgantown is just about 2.5 hours, 150 miles away from Athens. So there will be plenty of Mountaineers that are there looking for cheaper tickets than in Morgantown and wanting to go to a college football game and watch their team sport. Like, that's a real thing that I think will happen here. Obviously, I'll be rooting for the OU and our Bobcats here. But, yeah, you talked about it. I'm not going to repeat all what you said with the Power 4 schools, playing some of the tougher teams in the MAC, and also not getting some of those teams you want to see, in the MAC there. It will be really interesting. The only good news is you do get a lot of time from like that tough schedule in terms of Rutgers, West Virginia, Ohio State. You do have about 3 or 4 weeks until you start getting into the meat and potatoes of your MAC schedule. You just kind of got to survive and get through Bowling Green there. What's that, week 5? So it'll be interesting. At least you're at home, which is nice for that game. But then you got to regroup and reset. And for a first-year head coach who's probably already drinking through a water hose or drinking through a fire hose there, it doesn't get easy. Week 1, week 2, week 3 to get your team to resettle, a team that has had a lot of success, by the way, a lot of success the past couple seasons. All those players on that team, who've been a part of it, they're not used to losing, and you might start 0-3, and that will be an uneasy feeling for the Bobcats there, and we'll see how they can respond throughout the season. But yeah, this is without a doubt, I think, the toughest. I would have brought in UMass, but again, they don't play Toledo either, and they just have a couple tough out of conference games with Iowa and Missouri, and they host Temple, which is fun for Casey Keeler in year 1, and Joe H being the UMass coach. But yeah, I think Ohio's the pretty correct choice here.